Hi everyone, welcome to 40K on Point, the channel that quantify Warhammer 40K. This video describes Chaos Space Marine troop choice using our methodology. If you want to know more about our metrics, please follow the link in the description. This video take a look at the troop choice of Chaos Space Marine, but also the elite choice that are dedicated to a Chaos God, as in if they are used in many specific legion, they can be considered troop choice also. The first unit that is going to be analyzed are the Khorne Berserkers. So for 95 points, you are getting 5 Khorne Berserker, including a Berserker champion armed with a Power Fist. For 95 points, you are getting 5 wounds of toughness 4, strength 5, 2 attacks, save 3+, and they have the mighty blood for the blood god, which allow them to fight twice in each fight phase. By having a strength 5 with the aspiring champion with a power fist and being able to attack twice per fight phase, they turn out to be a unit with exceptional melee capacity per point. That is one of the best in the game, and so that turned out a unit to be worth more than its point. Its shooting capacity is not very good, but still they had a few points, and overall they do more damage than the cost of their defense. So it's a costly unit. For 95 points, you are only getting 5 wounds, so its fortitude score is quite high. You are paying a lot for its normalized wound. However, the damage output in melee is so great that it compensates for that. So that makes a unit that is definitely interesting for Chaos player. The other unit are the Chaos Space Marine. For 70 points, you are getting 5 models in the squad, including an aspiring champion. The units are considered in the metrics to be armed with a chain sword and a bolt pistol. They have a normal Space Marine stat line, toughness 4, save 3+. It turns out to be not very good per point, as the Space Marine have in this format as little shooting capacity, and even their anti-tank melee is not that great. They have a good anti-personal melee capacity. However, it does not compensate for the cost of the unit. So the defensive capacity of the unit are 10, which is the normal, and however the damage output to not reach that level. So that makes a unit that is not worth their point. So the next unit are the Chaos Cultists. For 60 points, you are getting 10 models armed with autoguns. They have strength and toughness 3, weapon skill, ballistic skill of 4+, and only 1 attack, save 6+. Because they cost less per model, this unit perform well in our matrix, being worth more than their points. Thanks to the fact that it's only 6 points per model. That means that their normalized wound, even if they're safe and that their toughness is weaker, is still better than other choices, troop choices. So per point, they are one of the quite resistant unit in the troop choices. The damage output of the unit is dedicated to anti-personal, so it has good anti-personal capacity. Their anti-tank shooting is not quite good. So for 110 points, you are getting 5 Noise Marine, 3 of them armed with Sonic Blasters, 1 of them armed with the Blastmaster, and the Noise Champion is armed with the Doom Siren. So for 110 points, you are getting 5 wounds of toughness 4, save 3+. They have Music of the Apocalypse that was not considered in the calculation. So maybe it's a few points more for the value of this unit. However, this unit would not make the cut as it is a very expensive unit per point. You are getting a very heavy fortitude score, so it's a very when you're getting hit by your opponent, you are losing quite a decent amount of point. It has a very poor melee capacity, and even if it has a dedicated armament for its shooting, it is a good unit per point for shooting, but nothing that is exceptional. So it has some anti-tank capacity, but also anti-personal. But it does not cover for its defensive cost, and that is why that makes a unit that is not worth their point. There are a huge amount of choices for the Plague Marine. The one was analyzed was the basic one, that is a Plague Knife and a Bolter. And so the unit you are getting for 90 points, 5 wounds of toughness 5, save 3 plus. And it has, however, disgustingly resilient, which is a feel no pain 5 plus. So that gives a bit more defense to the unit. Even with its toughness 5 and its feel no pain 5 plus, the unit comes with a good fortitude score. However, it's still very costly per wound. You are paying 90 points for 5 wounds, so it's pretty expensive. And even with all the defensive factor, it's still nothing exceptional in its fortitude score. And the unit has very little damage output. So it's bad against vehicle. It's not that good against anti-personal. So it failed to deliver damage. So that's why the unit is considered to be only worth 62% its value. Maybe there are other configurations that would make this unit more valuable, and that will be something that will be explored in the future. However, in its basic form, the unit do not bring the value to its point. For 90 points, you are getting 4 Rubric Marine and 1 Aspiring Sorcerer. So all the Rubric Marine are armed with the Inferno Bolt Gun. The Aspiring Sorcerer is armed with Inferno Bolt Pistol and a 4 Staff. And the Sorcerer is considered in this element to have made its smite. So the Rubric Marine turned out to be worth its point, even with all its defensive capacity. Its fortitude score, its defensive capacity is a bit higher than average, so the cost is a bit higher than average per normalized wound. However, it has a pretty good shooting capacity for its point. It has both anti-tank and anti-personal shooting capacity, and a bit of melee because of the 4 staff. So overall, that makes a unit that is worth its point. So the troop choice for Chaos Space Marine is Cultist. Turns out to be a good choice, even if it's weaker with its toughness 3. It's 60 point for 10 models. That makes a unit that can take a bit more beating than many other options in the troop choice. However, another good option would be for the Khorne player. That would be the Berserkers. Berserkers are giving an excellent damage output, even if their fortitude score is not that great. The damage that it can deliver per turn is exceptional in melee, so that turns out to be a unit that is also very, very interesting. There are many point sink in the Chaos Space Marine. The Chaos Space Marine themselves, the Noise Marine, the Plague Marine, they're not worth their point. People that are going to play Thousand Suns will have the option of the Rubric Marine. That could be interesting. There'll be also Tsangars that will be also discussed in the specific Thousand Suns video. I think there can be some use for the Cultist, even if they're not super efficient on the battlefield. They're pretty good for keeping objectives, doing actions, and also screening more valuable units. So definitely you can put the cultists to use and have that higher number of wounds to effect and bring something interesting. The Corn Berserker easily makes it to the 200% benchmark for competitive unit when they are mixed with the Dark Apostle and also with the Veteran of Long Wars stratagem. So that brings the unit to 223%. There are also super good World Eater stratagem that may turn the Corn Berserker to even higher degree of efficiency. The problem, however, is that they have to reach and get into close combat, and I think that is the biggest problem with the Corn Berserkers. Please, in the comments, feel free to describe what you think is the best way to bring Berserkers into action, because once they are in melee, they are a force to be reckoned with. This video described the troop choice for Chaos Space Marine using our normalized metrics. Please feel free to comment on how to increase the efficiency of those units or how to make them worth their point for some of them. Subscribe if you like this kind of content. I will upload all the 40k units using exactly the same methodology. Thank you for watching. Over and out.